Hello, fan formula. See, I did an Eilish impression straight away. Hello, bonsoir. There, that's kind of a semi-dom impression. Try not to be F1 smutty straight away, but I promised I'd be nice and perky. I didn't want to film last night because I was very sleepy, and I thought I'd just be like Paul de Resta interview over here. So I thought it'd be nice and perky today. Although it's already late, and my internet will probably mean my YouTube video will take forever, so maybe you won't see this till morning, I don't know. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ahoy, whatever, you know, intro we like. So yeah, you find me in a brand new filming location, apart from the common factor that is the lovely CJ. I can reach to rub his helmet from here maybe. Did enough of that at F1 for Monza. Did not go too well, so maybe I shouldn't do that anymore. I don't know. He likes it. Oh no, so this is what perkiness gets me. It gets me crazy, and I haven't even had the title of the video yet, but yes, I have moved house, I have moved job, I have moved everything, so CJ had to come with me, otherwise I'd be forever alone. But I shall say at this point, thank you Twitter pals, fan formulites and non-fan formulites, for making the kind of move and everything hundreds of miles from everybody far easier, because you're all there to natter absolute rubbish to, whether I'm texting you or tweeting you or whatever, so that is very nice. So it's all made things very easy. I should get on with fan formula. I know it's kind of like a unspoken competition as to who can go the longest with their fan formula video this week. I don't know, I've got some notes, some exciting notes, but yeah, I'll see how it goes. I don't know, I don't want to keep my new housemate up, then she'll be thinking, why is that strange girl talking to herself and fondling a cardboard cutout? But this is what she gets. Anyway, it's F1 filling this week. It's one of a not very many non-F1 weekends we have left on the calendar, so that's very exciting. But yes, this week we are without actual action, so we have an interesting amount of questions. So I shall get on with it now. Question 1. With 6 different drivers getting the chance to drive an F1 car at the Young Drivers Test, which driver do you think has the most potential to make it in F1 in the future? Well, I'm going to have to be perfectly honest and say I do not know the many life details of all of those drivers. If I had the time in my life to watch all forms of motorsport, I absolutely would. I wish I could, but I can't. So some of these guys, I'm sure they're very big in GP2 or GP3 or even DTM, I have no idea. But I don't know much about them, so I don't want to form an opinion about somebody I'm not sure about. But who's already getting spoken a lot about because he's the one everyone actually knows, but Jules Bianchi. I think, yeah, he's got the biggest chance, not just because he's the only one I've heard of, or I have heard of some of the others, I just don't know them. He has the biggest chance because he's had the most experience actually in F1. I mean, he's linked to Force India and Ferrari, I think. I'm pretty sure he drove both those cars at the Young Drivers Test, which gives him a little bit of an edge, I think, if he gets both cars, including one of the, you know, the one that's leading the championship, the Drivers' Championship, yeah. But, you know, he's got the most experience in actual F1, and, you know, GP2 and GP3 are very, very different. It's still a big step up, so I think some of these drivers, you know, they're still Young Drivers Test. So they have time, but I think Jules Bianchi has the biggest chance at the moment. I'm slightly aware that Brendan Hartley is a Red Bull kind of person, which ordinarily will be a good thing, and he'll get good opportunities, but I think, as we've seen with Toro Rosso and Red Bull, their little system doesn't really work, I don't think. We haven't seen a driver change at Red Bull since Vettel moved up from Toro Rosso. Since then, Toro Rosso drivers have come and gone, been like fired unceremoniously, replaced, and, you know, nearly all of them have shown good potential, but there's only so much you can do in a car that's not competing at the front, and they just kind of don't get anywhere. It's like I said, other than Vettel, people haven't moved up from Toro Rosso to Red Bull, so there isn't a natural progression that they're kind of suggesting with their little ideas of, you know, I'll start out with this, you know, start out very young, and then, you know, you can move up to Toro Rosso, and then you can move up to Red Bull, and then you'll be world champion forever, and it's like, no, that's not happening. So yeah, Jules Bianchi is my actual answer. Anyway, question 2. Oh, I love this question. This week saw an auction for Great Ormond Street Hospital entitled the Zoom Project, in which F1 personnel took a photograph each of somewhere special. Which is my favourite and why? Now, I hadn't heard about this until you put the question up, and I love it. I think it's a brilliant idea. I assume it's all been and gone now, all the bidding and stuff, but the photos are amazing. I thought it was really cute that you got like kind of insight into people, so you could be proven right about some people, like Paul di Resta having a completely boring photograph, Bernie Ecclestone making not much sense and just having worldly possessions that he so loves, Kimmy making no sense as well and not making any effort to explain himself, just shrugging and going, yeah, that's that. But in terms of my actual favourite photos, rather than me rambling on about the general idea, favourite, it's got to be Fernando Alonso. People seem to really think he was horribly self-centered and not a team player and everything. I guess this maybe stems from the kind of McLaren failure years, because, you know, he was attacking poor Didums, Lewis. So people seem to, I think that's a completely wrong idea, and I really like the fact that Twitter and also projects like this have changed how people see about him. So he had a photo of Felipe in the snow, and he was talking about, I think it was the Vroom thing, or Room, or it's like WROOOM or something, very strange European, whatever they're doing, little like Ferrari shindig they have in the winter, and they just all go frolicking in the snow, which I just think is a kind of adorable idea anyway. But yeah, you can see from that, you know, he's taken a nice picture of Felipe, and the little description that goes with it as well, just kind of saying about how it's nice to get to know them properly and spend some time away from like their job. And it's just really cute. It just sounded like their little special time, and I just found that oddly adorable. Which brings me to my second favourite, which is Felipe Massa's. And it was also a little bit of kind of a special friend with Rob Smedley. Of course, everybody likes to look at a photo of Rob Smedley. We all do. Don't deny it. So, you know, he's classically handsome, as he said himself many times. That was just lovely as well. Again, it's kind of like pointing out that it's more than just work to them. They're actually good friends. And again, it's just adorable. I don't know, I think the Ferrari drivers really did a good job with that. It wasn't too work-based and not all just boring F1 photos. It was just kind of a nice little insight into their personality. So I just thought both Ferrari drivers really, really cute. Christian Horner just amused me because his dogs were called Bernie and Flavio. That's hilarious. That's just well done, Christian Horner. He usually kind of annoys me, but that made me smile, so that's a good one. Yeah, actually, Jarno Trulli. Forgot about him, didn't we? I think there's some Tumblr going around of where in the world is Jarno Trulli, and he gets photoshopped into stupid places. We have no idea where he's gone. I'm sure we're all missing the Trulli train. But his photo was actually rather lovely. It was all the drivers kind of together in a room. I couldn't see all of them, but loads of them, before they're going on their driver's parade. And he said in his little comment that it's the only time when all the drivers are together. I thought, that's kind of weird, actually. They must be all so closely together in like a cramped pit lane all the time, but they don't actually go across, because as we've seen recently, you know, if a driver from one team goes anywhere near another garage, it's like the rumour mill just kicks off. So I guess they don't get to like interact and see each other that much without strange rumours going around or whatever. So I just thought it was quite an interesting dynamic, and seeing all the little groupings there, like you could see a lot of the German drivers grouped together, obviously having a chat, and then yeah, it was just kind of interesting seeing which drivers are chatting to who, and yeah, I thought it was quite an interesting photo. I don't think anyone's picked out that one yet, but I quite liked it. I was quite surprised from random Jarno Trulli. And then yeah, I think the other ones, I mean, there are lots of nice, really nice photographs of like the scenery, like Kamui Kobayashi's and Pastor Maldonado's. Had a lot of beautiful scenery. Romain Grosjean's just made me like smile like the man himself. It was just really cute. Like, yeah, it was a nice scenery again of Melbourne, I believe, and it was kind of like sunrise, and there were some balloons, hot air balloons for some reason, which I don't know why, and he just sounded so twee when he, in his little description, when he was saying like, oh yeah, it was the morning of my first race for Lotus, and I opened the curtains, and it was so magical, and I don't know, I think that's classic Roman, just being totally, you know, people are trying to be adorable, and he's just like, no, I am the king of adorable, be quiet, and he's like, that made no sense, this is what a perky video gets you. Yeah, so romance to finish. lots of them were very nice. But yeah, those are my faves. Question 3. After 2 back-to-back pole to win conversions, do you think McLaren have finally found the right combination to claim a title this year? No. Gonna leave it at that. No, I can't leave it at that. I have to ramble. I have to get it off my chest. Back to perkiness and smut and oh my god, I should stop talking. No, they're not gonna win a title, because it's all very well them getting 2 in a row, big whoop, but what about the rest of the season? There's no consistency there. And yeah, you can see from Red Bull, even though they've not been winning every race like in previous years, they've not or you know, they've had some retirements. I mean, Monza, that was terrible, but they consistently, most of the time, are in the points, and that's what's going to win you a championship. McLaren, you know, it's really hit and miss, whether that's just sometimes, like, I love him, but you know, if things aren't quite right for Jensen, that weekend is going to go downhill and be mediocre, like Monaco or something. And then with, you know, the wrecking ball that is Lewis Hamilton, they can't rely on him to be consistent, because, you know, if somebody said something mean to him the night before, he's going to smash into a wall or another person, you know. So I don't think they have particularly consistent drivers in that respect, although I would never be mean about Jensen, but I think we know it's true. You know, if the car isn't right for him, then he can't always drag it to the front of the grid. And then yeah, things like pit stops. I mean, I know everybody has talked about this for a million years, but crappy pit stops. See, yeah, swearing, not really swearing. I don't think it's swearing, but maybe that won't get put in the video. But then I think 95% of this video will probably not make it in because it makes no sense and is terrible. Yeah, I think they haven't got consistency in drivers, in car performance, in updates, in pit stops, strategy. Terrible. Sam Michael is a bad omen. So yeah, they're not going to win a title that way. Yeah, well, good job that they've got 2 wins just now, and with, you know, both drivers. It's not like a one-man show like Ferrari. But I don't think they're going to win a title. I don't think they've got their act together. I think so many years, McLaren, halfway through the season, they just suddenly go, oh wait, should we be doing something? And then they actually get on with it and do a good job, and it's too little too late. So, you know, I wait for the day that they actually can get it together at the beginning of the season, actually keep it going. I know Jensen won in Australia and it was glorious, but then it just completely vanished, all that performance. So whether it was from the car, the driver, both, I don't know, but yeah, they're not going to win a title until they get their act together from the start of the season and keep it up, keep some consistency. So, no. Bonus question. Singapore is the location of the next Grand Prix. Is it a race you look forward to, or in your opinion, is it overhyped? I can't believe we're talking about overhyped when we're talking about Formula 1. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as overhype in Formula 1. It is a crazy, crazy world that makes no sense to the rest of us. But, no, I don't think it's overhyped. You know, people actually do say that Monaco is overhyped because it's a slow circuit and it's really boring and you can't overtake, but it's the glitz, the glamour, the history that makes it. And I think, you know, there's 2 kind of categories with Formula 1 circuits that make them good. Either historic good races, even if the track isn't necessarily the best for modern overtaking like Monaco, and then you've got historic races like Spa and Monza, which are usually awesome. Monza not so much. Didn't enjoy that, but you know why. And I shouted at you in a train station about why and didn't answer any of your questions seriously. I'm sorry. And yeah, it was pretty ridiculous that day. I don't think this won't be as ridiculous. It is quite, but that was the perkiness. And yeah, and then you've got the modern greats where, yeah, it's a shame you have like huge runoff areas or tracks in the middle of nowhere, but some of the modern tracks are really good for overtaking. I think Turkey was a great race for that. And then I took it off the calendar, which is rude because I was going to go. But yeah, and I think Singapore is one of the modern greats. I think, obviously, there's the excitement of it being a night race, which makes it unique on the calendar at the moment. I know it's all to do with money and about, like, TV deals and stuff like that, so I know it's not for any special nice reason, but that doesn't take away the kind of magic of how everything looks at that weekend. Like, it's beautiful. I've been to Singapore, not for the race, and it's a beautiful place anyway, so, you know, they don't just put all that on and then vanish from that place until the next race comes around. It's always beautiful, and I think that really helps. You know, that's one of the problems with, you know, a circuit in the middle of nowhere like Abu Dhabi, not Abu Dhabi, what am I saying? Like Korea or something, where it's just like sand and pointlessness. So I think that adds to it. And yeah, I think you've got some good little places for overtaking. I know people moan and stuff about that like weird little chicane, but they have to dodge around like historic buildings. But yeah, I really like it. I'm looking forward to it. I won't actually see it live this weekend because I'm at work, which is really annoying. But I'll see qualifying, so that's good. I will join you for qualifying, which is a rarity. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's a very nice race. I'd like to go there one day. I'm sure it's very expensive. But I think it's a good atmosphere. I think it's an extra challenge for the drivers. And, you know, sometimes people, I don't really agree, but people will say like, oh, everything's too easy for the driver now. You know, oh, they've got DRS or they've got KERS, and yeah, everything's all automatic and electronic and is done for them. They don't have any skill anymore. You know, things like being in the dark, or well, under floodlights, I know, but as in a different light situation to deal with. Same with Abu Dhabi when it's kind of like at dusk. It's an extra little challenge for them, which I think is nice, and I'm sure the drivers enjoy it as well, enjoy a change. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be good. It is not far off now. I think I need to find out when the drivers' press conference is going to be, because they wouldn't have that at night. Why would they have that at night? That'd be kind of pointless. But then to be broadcast, I don't know. Now I'm just asking an inanimate object questions. This is so stupid. So yeah, that's my slightly more perky video. Yeah, it would have been terrible if I'd recorded it last night because I was like asleep. But I am enjoying my new job. I've got my fancy little pass right here. But I haven't got my F1 lanyard yet. I'm bargaining for one of those. Somebody's got one, so I just have to bribe slightly, try and trade for one, and then I can pretend that I work for F1. No, not really. I'm not delusional. I just really want that lanyard because I'm a sad ass. As usual, this video is just completely derailed, and I'm sure most of it made no sense, and I was talking about things that weren't the questions. But that's what you get. So yeah, I have no idea how long this video is. It's going to be terrible. I'm going to be like keeping everybody up, just like shouting about Formula 1 and stuff. But oh well. So I hope you're all well. I'm sure I'll be tweeting you and stuff. I have terrible, well not terrible, I have fairly dodgy internet at the moment until I get some job perks, get some really good internet. So it might take 1,000,000 years to upload this video, so you might not see it for like 3 days, I don't know. I'll give it a go anyway. Given the length of this video, it might take forever. I'm an idiot. Oh well, okay, never mind. I should shut up, this is ridiculous. So I will speak to you all very soon. I will enjoy watching your videos, and I hope this video was not too much of a hot mess for you this week. So yeah, toodles, see you later.